Every year, millions of lobsters make their way from the cold ocean depths to dinner tables around the world. But behind this delicacy lies a story of early mornings, precise skill, and enduring patience. In today's documentary, we'll follow lobster fishermen on the open sea, from setting traps at dawn to carefully sorting their prized catch to see how these ocean treasures are harvested and handled with care. Before the first light touches the horizon, the crew is already awake. Their workday begins long before sunrise. Bait ropes and buoys are arranged with mathematical precision. Every detail matters because at sea, even small mistakes can decide the success or failure of a trip. Once the equipment is ready, the captain checks the navigation system and maps the route. Depending on the season, the destination can be a few miles offshore or far into deeper waters. As the engine hums and the first rays of dawn spill across the deck, a long day at sea begins. At the fishing ground, the crew drops buoys and anchors. Then lower heavy traps into the water. Inside each trap, bait made of herring or mackerel releases a strong scent, draws lobsters from their hiding places. The traps rest on the seabed for hours, sometimes a full day. Too short and there's no catch. Too long and other species eat the bait. Each trap may hold 5 to 15 lobsters, depending on the season and the size of the catch. Along North America's cold coasts from Maine to Alaska, lobsters thrive in reefs and rock shelters safe from predators. After hours of waiting, it's time to bring the traps back up. The boat circles toward each buoy, and the crew uses a gaff hook to catch the floating line. With a single pull, the rope is connected to a hydraulic hauler, and slowly, the heavy traps rise from the deep blue. The deck grows quiet except for the whirring of the winch and the splash of salt water. Every trap that breaks the surface carries anticipation, the hope of a full haul. As the cages land on deck, the fishermen open them quickly. Some traps hold only a few lobsters, others are crowded with 10 or more. The catch depends entirely on location, tide, and luck. Each lobster is placed on a tray for measurement and inspection. Using a simple gauge, fishermen check whether the lobster is large enough to keep. In most regions, the minimum market size is 3 inches from the eye socket to the end of the carapace. Anything smaller or any female carrying eggs is gently released back into the sea. For experienced fishermen, a single glance is enough to judge size. Their hands move quickly, sorting, measuring, and tossing undersized lobsters back into the water without hesitation. This careful system ensures sustainability. Protecting young lobsters today means guaranteeing the next season's catch tomorrow. After sorting, the traps are cleaned and rebaited. Fresh fish is placed into mesh bags secured with rope and dropped back into the sea. Female lobsters are often marked with a small notch in the tail, a sign that they are breeders and must be released if caught again. The cycle repeats again and again, setting, hauling, sorting, and resetting. For the crew, it's a rhythm of endurance shaped by the ocean's demands. To maintain quality, lobsters are stored in seawater tanks on the boat. The water is kept between 39 and 46 degrees C if cool enough to keep them calm and healthy. Before storage, fishermen band the claws using small rubber rings to prevent injuries. The process is fast but delicate, done hundreds of times each day. By evening, the tanks are full, and the crew prepares for the trip back to shore. At the dock, cranes lift crates of lobsters from the holds. Buyers and processors wait to inspect, weigh, and price the catch. In the U.S., live lobsters sell for around $30 to $60 a pound, depending on size and demand. Some are sold live, others head to processing plants. There they are sorted, boiled, and hand-processed with meat carefully packed and frozen to preserve its natural sweetness. Lobster harvesting follows nature's rhythm. It only happens when lobsters reach full maturity, ensuring sustainability. Because of this, fishermen earn most of their income in a few intense months each trip, worth $4,000 to $6,000, depending on luck and weather. The work is demanding long hours, heavy gear, and endless waves. Yet for those who call the sea home, it's more than a job. It's a tradition built on patience and respect. When a lobster reaches your table, steamed, grilled, or served with butter, it carries more than flavor. It holds the effort of early mornings, the precision of skilled hands, and the spirit of people who live by the tides. Every lobster is a story of resilience, respect, and connection to the ocean. From the depths of the sea to your plate, it represents not just food, but the timeless bond between humanity and nature. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of the sea, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of life beneath the waves. Each catch, each harvest, and each voyage tells a story not just of the ocean, but of the people who depend on it. Join us again as we continue exploring how nature and humanity work hand in hand from the heart of the sea to the heart of your table.